Hello you guys, welcome back to another video. Today we are playing in INZOI, which is something a little bit different. I have played like a character bit in INZOI when it first came out, like the demo version, which I really enjoyed and I thought was really fun. So I tested out the build mode in INZOI. This was still in the demo version though, but it is out now. If you do want to buy it, I bought it as soon as it came out because I was like super excited about it. But I will say the build mode in INZOI is super difficult. I wanted to sit down and like talk through and not do like a speed build because I don't know, I like to talk and build at the same time, but I tried to do it and I ended up just not speaking at all because I was just trying to focus on trying to actually build the house. Like it was so hard for me to do. One, because it was obviously my first time building in this game, and second, everything was like just completely different to The Sims. Like it's got similar aspects in some ways, like the free place. Like majority of the things are pretty close to The Sims. So I feel like if you have built in The Sims before, you might find this a bit easier than like the average player. I don't know. Still, it was really hard for me to do. Like I build in The Sims all the time. This was just really difficult. But then again, like The Sims 4 build mode is very easy to follow. It's very easy to use. It's very user friendly. And this was not, in my opinion. So yeah, even just trying to place a wall, like the way the tiling works on this game, like the tiles are very small. So like literally like the tiniest wall like this big is one tile. Like their grid system is like kind of really crazy. So like even just trying to place floors is really difficult for me. Just trying to make a room like a bit bigger or a bit smaller. Like The Sims 4, you can't really compare the build mode to anything because it's just so good and it's so simple. Yeah, it took me a long time to get used to the controls and things. Even just moving a camera was a bit difficult for me. And here you have like a really big, just like empty space. Like you've got all of this room to build whatever you want. There's no like limit really. Like there is like a limit on the box that you can build on, but it's massive. I don't know if what I'm saying is correct because I think this might just be in the demo because I was like, oh, you can build a massive house, but then you won't know if it fits on the lot that you want to move it onto. I don't know. That was probably just because it was a demo. But anyways, it was still really cool. Like I was adding like the grass and stuff. I was like, this is weird. Can I add grass? Because I'd seen videos on TikTok of people like adding floor, like a literal grass patch. And I was like, okay, what is that? Does that mean I have to add my own grass too? So I just did that. Anyway, I had a lot of problems, like even just trying to paint walls. Like for some reason my eyedropper tool like wasn't working. Sometimes things work and then they don't. I don't know. It was like very overwhelming, very overstimulating. Like I feel like in The Sims this would have taken me like an hour and a half, 2 hours maybe to build this. It was a pretty small house. It was only one bedroom, well, two bedroom. And then in this game it took me like 4 hours. A 4 hour build in The Sims would be like a massive house, I'd say. But I was also just learning the ropes, trying to gauge everything, trying to learn everything. The graphics in this game was, as you can see, it's very realistic. I feel like it's pretty much just like The Sims. People say it's The Sims and GTA in one. Like, I'm getting that vibe too. The way they move and stuff. Like, I played a little bit of gameplay when it first came out, only very brief just to see what the gameplay looked like, because that was the only part of the demo that we didn't get. And it's very detailed. It's really cool. So I'm impressed so far. If you guys want to see more videos on INZOI, let me know. But yeah, even look at this. I was literally just trying to add like a little platform or a roof to the top of this garage because we have cars in this game. Oh, crazy! And I was struggling with that, so I ended up just putting a roof, and even that wasn't even really working. Like, it was so hard to build a house with a roof because you can't. For me, I couldn't overlap my roofs. Like they were just like different roof pieces that didn't like merge together to look like a cohesive roof. And it looked so silly. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to make a modern home and put no roof on it. So that's what I ended up doing. Because I was struggling a lot. The landscaping is really nice. Like the plants look so real, as you can see. Like, look at that. Like they even like sway a little bit. Even in just like the build mode. Oh, it was really cool. It was really cool. Obviously this is, like I said, it's a demo version, so I don't know if things have changed yet. I haven't built in the actual gameplay, like proper early access gameplay build mode. Oh my god, I'm like overwhelmed yet. But I can imagine it's probably all the same stuff. But I'm seeing that people have different cars, so I don't know if there were more cars in the thing. I'm not sure, because the only car that we got was this one. I was struggling with like the scaling of things, because when I tried to make like my test house just to test it out, I made up which I thought was a small house, and then when I looked at it compared to my Zoe, it was like a mansion. I was like, okay, so I need to like make a house, like a nice sized house would be like small in The Sims. So that's why this house is kind of small, I would say, given it is a double story, but anyway, it is like on the smaller side. But yeah, they also use like the alphabet and stuff. Like they don't have like Simlish. I don't know what their language would be, but they don't speak English. They speak in like, it sounds like Sims talking Simlish in INZOI. So I thought that was really funny. But they do use the alphabet. I don't know, because I had like all these numbers and letters that you could put on like neon lights and stuff. So yeah, now we're moving on to the inside. I struggled a little bit with the floor plan because it is a kind of a smaller house, and like, I don't know, I just struggled because I always struggle with floor plans. Oh, also they have like pre-made like blueprints. So if you didn't know how to like do the floor plan of your house, you could do it through INZOI, because they have like pre-built blueprints, so you can literally just follow the blueprint and you have a floor plan. I thought that was so clever when I was building, but I was like, you know what, I'm not going to use that because I want to try build it all on my own. I did take some inspiration from from Pinterest, because I'm not that creative in my brain. I just like kind of copied the exterior shape, like the front of it, just so I can gauge what I want to do with it, because I had no idea where to start. And I think it turned out really nice, the front. Here's the kitchen. There is a mode that you can turn on that's like snapping. I don't know what that is. I didn't test it, but I can imagine that maybe it's just a little bit more restrictive of where you can put your stuff. Because here it was pretty easy to like place things wherever you want. But yeah, I also had a lot of issues where you couldn't place objects like over things, which was really weird. Like I couldn't put a cabinet over the fridge unless I held down the Alt button, and then I was able to do like a kind of like a move objects type thing with the cabinets, because there are a lot of objects that you can't put in certain places, which I don't know, it was like weird because there was nothing near them. It was like really awkward. So if you just hold down Alt and then place the item, it should work. At least for me, that's what worked for me, because I found myself having to do that a lot, like press that Alt button, because nothing was placing just normally. So yeah, I went for like this deeper like wood tone. I usually go for like a lighter tone of wood in kitchens, but lately I've been loving the deeper. It feels a lot warmer, more cozy, and I think I'm liking it a bit more. It looks more rich, like the color, like deeper, looks nice. And they have like a giant rice cooker, which I thought was so cute. Obviously, I think this game is from like, it's like a Korean game, so they've got a lot of like Asian things throughout their game. Like their characters look pretty Asian, and all their things like in their homes. So I went for like a green, kind of like a tiled look in the kitchen, which I thought was really nice. And I was kind of limited with like the what do you call the artwork. I didn't actually look if you could change the swatches and stuff on there, but I think you can. I just was overwhelmed and I wasn't looking that deeply into everything, so I just like wanted to get a house together and see if I could do it, which I think I did. What am I doing here? Oh, just the blinds. I was having issues with the blinds as well. Like I couldn't pick it up and I ended up just deleting the whole room, which was so weird. I love this couch, by the way. I love massive couches. And look, you can change the actual texture and every aspect of the couch or any furniture that you want. Like it's so detailed in that way, so I love that. So I obviously made my couch wool, like it's really fluffy. Oh my god, I love that texture, because I love anything fluffy. If you know me, you know me. Yes, love everything fluffy, so I had to do that. I'm pretty sure my bed is also that same texture as well. And weirdly, when I made this house, I had no idea. I made the house, I sent it to my boyfriend to show him, and he goes, dude, that's literally your house. And I was like, that's true, because my kitchen cabinets are literally that color, and then there's a wall that dips back into the lounge room where the TV is. Literally the layout of this room is like my my house. He was like, that's your house. I was like, that is so funny. Because I had no idea when I was building. I was just building a house. Anyway, because like, I don't know. It just gave me the same vibes as my house, which it literally is. So I thought that was funny. I had no idea. Finishing up like the living room area. I just am obsessed with that couch. I love it. So I'm working on the dining room now. I didn't know where to put the dining room. I think this is kind of a fine spot. It just felt weird because it's like right in front of the door, the front door, and then right near the bathroom door and the stairs. I don't know, but there was no other place to put it. So I thought that actually used the space really well. So I think it works. I really love how this house turned out, to be honest. But yeah, I wasn't loving the artwork pieces, so I didn't really put as many art pieces in the house as I usually would like. But it all comes together in the end, so it's all good. I also just end up getting rid of that under the stairs thing. I don't know what I was doing there. I just wanted to fill that space. Instead, I just get rid of whatever's there and just put a plant because it looks better. The plants in this game are really, really nice. Like I said, the landscaping's really nice. The indoor plants are really nice. Yeah, can't fault it. It looks really, really good. What else are we doing? We're just putting some books, just a bit of clutter on these shelves. Love the little like couch in the corner. I thought that was a really nice touch. Yeah, here, I'm just deleting that. Because I was like, what even is under that stairs? I have no idea. So now I'm moving on to the bathrooms. Nothing's changed. I don't like doing bathrooms, so this is pretty simple. We've got that like really fancy toilet, which I think is so fun. Like I think they're the ones that open on their own. At least in Japan, there are these, what do you call, toilets that literally open and they're like warmed. So cool, so cool. So yeah, just putting a nice big mirror in that bathroom. And initially, you couldn't actually put that mirror there, but if you hold down the Alt button, it will work. I kept also accidentally pressing that go back button at the top, and when you press go back, it wants to like exit the game, and I'm like, no, I just want to go back to like the other screen where you could like pick the furniture. I don't know, like I was just losing my mind. Like you can't even just like pick an item, like click on an item and move it. You gotta like click the item, click that you want to move it, and then you gotta like rotate it using the Z and C keys. Like you can't even hold and like rotate it like you would in The Sims. So I just was having a really hard time even just doing that. And like even when I was doing it's the same with the floors and the paint, the wall paint. Like I was just having a lot of problems just trying to like use that eyedropper tool to like place the paint where I want it to be. Like I had to literally pick a wall, change the color, change the texture on each individual wall. Not individual, but like each wall. Oh my god, it was like really difficult. And that's what I feel like took me the longest time, because I was just like, come on, why can't I just click the item? I click what I want and then just copy it everywhere. Even when I tried to do the paint the room button, it wouldn't work. So I was just like, oh my gosh, it was a lot. So yeah. Now we're moving on to the upstairs, the bedrooms. As you can see, I'm using that wool. I can't not, it looks so cozy and just so nice and warm. And I went for like a green, deep green color for the bedroom. So the theme here is like woods, greens, warm tones, cozy vibes. We also didn't have many options for wardrobes. I wanted to have like a nice big wardrobe, but all I really liked was just this one. So, I mean, it's fine, still cute. So I just made this little like dressing corner with a plant and a mirror, very cute. And then I put this couch. Isn't that like the cutest couch ever? Like that cloudy looking couch, bubble couch. I don't know what you call that, bubble couch, I think, because it looks like bubbles. Yeah, love that couch. And then I put that little TV there. I think that TV is one that you can move around. I don't know if you can actually move it in the game, but in real life, you can usually move those TVs wherever you like. But yeah. Here we're moving on to the second bedroom. I end up changing this to a study instead because I was like, oh, I feel like only one person, because I made like one Zoe to live in this house. And I was like, you know what? No, I want to use that space for a study so I can put some like skill building items and actually play with those new items that we have instead of having just a spare bedroom that we probably won't even be using. So that's what I did instead. So what I put in here was just obviously like a desk and just some little items. And there are these really random things that you can put in the game, like a 3D printer and a printer. And you can also get like you know those drinking fountains that you can see like out in public and you just like drink from them? You can get that and put it in your house. And I was like, what? Why do you want that in your house? I don't know, maybe that's like a thing in Korea. I don't know. But I didn't put that in my house. Unless you need it, I don't know. Oh, and you can also put a washing machine and stuff, which I forgot to put. Forgot to put one of those. But you can put one of those. You can put some cleaning supplies, like some vacuums. You can literally clean your house in this game. I haven't tested any of that out yet, but I'm very excited to do that. And I want to play in this house so badly. So when I played the game, just to play it, I wanted to play with my Zoi that I made and the house that I made. But I don't know what the cheats are. I'm pretty sure there are like money cheats in this game. There probably has to be. But I want to play through it like properly and like build up my money and actually like work towards this house. That could be my goal for the game. We're about to be finished. When I recorded this, I completely forgot to furnish the top, like the upstairs bathrooms. I ended up doing them off camera. In this recording, I completely forgot to do that and literally furnish the upstairs bit. But all I really added was like a rug and a plant in the hallway. Here we're just working on the backyard. I wanted to put like a little like shaded area outside, but it didn't really end up looking that good. But I just went with it anyway, just to fill that space. As you know, I'm not that great at doing backyards, but I wanted to add something back here anyway. And I don't think we've got pools. I don't know. If I'm mistaken, let me know. I'm not sure. But I did want to put a pool back here, but I could not find it. And I also wanted to put have like a deck type of thing and have some stairs leading up to it, but for some reason I couldn't put stairs. So I just lowered it back to like the normal height that it was, which is just like a little platform, which looks kind of weird, but it's fine. It works out. It looks fine in the end. We're almost done. I think all I'm really adding now is just landscaping and like finishing touches like mailbox, have a little outdoor seating area with a barbecue. Very nice. Yeah, I just fill it out with some more flooring. And then I was just looking through like all the other random stuff that you can put. I don't know, it was so random. But that's it. It's also on the gallery. They call it like on Canvas, upload to Canvas. So that's on Canvas. My name on there is KaylaLouise, if you want to download it. And that's the build. And I also took some photos of my house. If you want to look, I'll show you. Ooh, oh, ooh, look at her. I just wish that that Zoe wasn't in the photo, but I couldn't move her. Look at the graphics, like it's so beautiful. Here's the front yard, the front of the house. It's so nice. We have like an old school car. That was the only car that we had in the build mode, so I just left it how it was. So I really like it, quite modern. That's just another angle. Oh, this one doesn't have the Zoe in it. That's good. Okay, well, there you go. No Zoe in that photo. And here's the inside, the lounge room, kitchen, dining area. This is what looks like my house, kind of. Like the layout is literally the exact same. And I had no idea until my boyfriend pointed it out, and I just thought it was really funny. So yeah, here's the lounge room. Very nice, cozy, beautiful vibes. And then here's from like the other angle. When I uploaded this, like my couch deleted, so I just had to place it again, and then I don't know, I couldn't even put the cushions back. In the original like recording I had cushions on there, but it's fine. And then here's like from the balcony, look at the lighting. Like, is that not so beautiful? So nice. So like you can sit out here, and here's the bedroom. Pretty simple. You have a door to the ensuite. Look at the texture on this couch. Like you can tell it's like a velvet texture, which is what I chose. And then for the pillows I chose like a cotton. So good. And then there's the bed. We can do a proper tour. I could show you a proper tour, but I wanted to show you the photos that I took because this was hard to take. To take photos in this game, oh my goodness, was so difficult. So let's jump in game and I'll give you a proper tour. Alrighty, here is the house. Isn't she so cool? Ooh, I am still trying to get used to the bloody camera controls, like even now. Okay, so we've already seen the downstairs. Look at her. This is an ultra graphics, by the way. Look. Isn't she stunning? I'm proud of this because it's my first time and I really struggled. I also don't think I can go into like first person camera mode. That's why I'm struggling to move so much. But here's the bathroom. Oh my god. Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna show you like this. Here's the bathroom. Very cute, very gorgeous. Shower, sink, toilet. We've already seen this, but I'll just show you in real life. In real life. Alright, going up. Oh, my rug deleted. Maybe I didn't put a rug. Maybe I didn't put a rug. Never mind. Anyway, here is the upstairs. You got some nice windows and just like a little landing thing. I didn't want to put anything here because what can you even put here? Not much. Anyway, so you've got just an upstairs bathroom. Same thing as downstairs, literally just toilet, sink, shower. And then here is the study. I really want to go into first person, but it's so hard to move, damn it. So we got a PC, we've got a printer, so random, but we've got a printer, and we've got an easel with a plant, and then on this side we've just got some skill building items, so like some instruments, and I thought that was really cute. Hopefully we can build our skill and become a musician, I don't know. And then here's the backyard, no, this is the balcony, very nice. Also, this should probably be pulled, so you can't do that, have that gap there. Like this is how it's meant to be. I apologize, that's yeah, anyway. Then here is the main, oh my god, help, the main, oh my god, the main bedroom. We've already seen this in photos, but yeah, oh my god, here it is in real life. In real life. I've got some repeated artworks because, like I said, I didn't really have many options, but yeah, here she is. She's so cute, so gorgeous, so stunning. And then here is just the ensuite, which is literally the exact same as the other bathroom. So yeah, that looks like it's green, but it's actually just a black, like glass, tinted glass. So yeah, and that's it. That's the house. There's actually nothing in the garage, and I don't know why I can't see in there. Well, nothing's in there anyway, but I can't see in there, which is really weird. But yeah, you can maybe use that space if you wanted. I don't know. Maybe if I put walls. No. Well, that's weird. Why can't I see under there? That's strange. Maybe another reason why you shouldn't be using roofs, because they're so glitchy for me. But yeah, that's the house, and I hope you guys like it. Here's my canvas. I have 1 follower, and I'm following 1 person. That's awesome. But here is my page. This surprisingly actually did pretty well. 19 likes. Pretty fun. And then I've got a couple of the ZOIs that I made. This was the first ZOI I made that actually made it on my YouTube. My first YouTube video on INZOI. Then I made another person. Then I made another person. So yeah. Ooh, 52 downloads? Whoa! Oh my gosh! I had no idea. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I know it was a little bit different. Let me know if you liked it or if you want to see any more INZOI videos. If you did enjoy it, please give me a big thumbs up and do subscribe down below if you haven't already, and I'll catch you in my next video.